like Mary J did with the Danny boy allegedly when he was underage. You should have a seat at that table, Miss Mary J. Minaj. Because I don't know what a 25, 26-year-old woman is doing sitting on the lap of a 15-year-old boy. August Alsina, all of it. Bryshere Gray, that RICO coming. RICO Suave. Yeah, the remix. Live from Cash Patel Money Records. Gitmo. Y'all not getting away. Nobody's gonna let you get away. You can't see what it looks like out there. In real life. That Met Gala. The Devil's Prom. Like, are you kidding me? People dragging children into satanic rituals live on stage. And people showed up to watch that. You know, it breaks my heart. Really. It breaks my heart. Because, you know, I don't like to see unnecessary. Hey, Lauren. I don't like to see unnecessary, harm done to human beings, but for crying out loud. What exactly happens at the Met Gala? I don't know. Why don't you see if you can get someone to tell you that's been? It's funny, people talk about going to the Met Gala, they talk about the theme, but man, you don't ever hear any stories about what happens inside there. I wonder why. Lord knows it's like heavily publicized. How is something that publicized have so many secrets after so many years? You don't ever hear. You hear about stuff happening at Grammy parties. You hear about stuff happening at, the VMA parties. Like, you hear all that. You don't ever hear anybody say anything about what happens when you walk inside that door. Yeah, she's pregnant again. Yeah, she preggy. Congratulations. That's a gift from God. Now, what happens after you birth it and what you train it up to do, that's on you. But all children are a gift from God. Once again, people really don't think this is a fight against good and evil. There's this woman over there on YouTube, and she do the cards. But every now and then, she says something real. And I appreciate her for doing so. I don't know why children would be at the Met Gala unless they was, be offered up as little snacks for the devil. I don't know, why. I guess you'd have to ask their parents. They probably put them in Waymo too. So, it breaks my heart. And yet, I'm so elated and I have such gratitude for the fact that I know the truth. Like, to not be one of the people who are beguiled and sucked in to the demonry of it all. To know that when God called me, I listened. Oh, yes. My thoughts on the Met Gala, I already said it. It's Satan's prom. Yeah, that's Satan's prom. I wonder who was king and queen. I mean, there's a lot of demonic frequencies, but we're not going to talk about that. We all have been brainwashed. We were born brainwashed. Everything here is a lie. The question is do you have the courage to reach for the truth? Do you have the courage to reach for the truth? If someone offered you the red pill, would you take it? If someone offered you the blue pill, would you prefer it? There's a lot of things that people take in this country. What would you take? I've been spending some time with a really awesome person. I think she's going to be my greatest teacher. Her name is Sophia Stewart. Why is Taraji in Bali? I don't know. Somebody should ask her why. I know it's a hot spot for people that don't want to, get extradited back to the United States or go to jail. I know a lot of people be over there for that. Yeah, Sophia Stewart. She's, that's where Russell is. Yeah, that's where Kevin Liles is over there with Russell. His lawsuit came out and bang, he was on the first thing smoking to Bali. I said he's leaving on that midnight plane to Bali. Leaving on the midnight plane. Yeah. Said he's going off to find a way not to get prosecuted in this space and time. Oh, he leaving on the midnight plane. Leaving on the midnight plane to Bali. He'd rather be in Russell's world than in a penitentiary in my. Oh my God! I got a feeling a lot of people, oh, they leaving on that midnight plane to Bali. Leaving on the midnight plane. Love you, Jada. For real. Like, I just don't get it, G. People buying houses in England. But it's okay. God can find you. God can find you wherever you are. Ever you are. For the good and for the bad. God found me in jail. And I'm telling you, of all of the people that's looking real shaky right now, do I look worried? Do I look pressed? Do I look stressed in any way? All of my persecution is a badge of honor from God. And the taller I stand on that, the stronger it emboldens me to believe and have faith in God. Verily I say unto you, if a man asks for a mountain to just jump up and be cast out into the sea, if he truly believes so in his heart and his mind, it shall be so. You know, I don't know why people don't want to be a miracle. Because at this point in time, I think it's very clear that that's what I am. I'm a miracle. Every last one of my enemies think it's a miracle. I'm still alive. Staying alive. And I ain't had to take no midnight plane to Bali. And it's sad that they have to question it. It should be clear. God is why I'm still here. Nothing more, nothing less. Y'all worry about all those laws that man makes. All I worry about is keeping the 10 that God gave me. And as long as I stay within those 10, I ain't got to worry about none of the rest of them. Do you want to know what confirmation is when you hear that? The first, Mary J. Minaj. I find it interesting that she's, really trying to avoid this whole Diddy trial business. I don't see how. She's been his bottom bitch for years. I'm sick and tired of people protecting these old hoes. And her and that fake lawsuit with her and Nisa, like anybody give a goddamn about Vado. Don't nobody give no damn about Vado. Worry about some damn Vado. Somebody, tell me your favorite Vado verse. Anybody got a Vado verse that they know? Cause I don't know none. Yeah, Mary J. Minaj. That's who she is. Looking for that real love. She don't even sing that shit on stage no more. That bitch gets dressed up in a colorful onesie and it holds the microphone and let everybody in the audience sing, acting like she doing something. She wasn't disrespectful. In fact, she's 100% sure. And how can I argue with her? Holding a baby with eyes like yours. They said it's your child, Jigga Man. And it really messed me up. How could you deny Ramir, your own flesh and blood? Did you know that shit? Ooh, I said that without the Ramir Satterwhite. Jay-Z Survivor. That's what she made that for. And girlfriend, she wasn't disrespectful. In fact, she's 100% sure. And how can I argue with her? Holding a baby with a whole face like yours. She said it's your child. And it really messed me up. How could you deny your own flesh? Gotta face reality. Ooh, have mercy. Ooh, she said it's your child. Lord. Ooh, Jigga, baby. After the party, after the show is the after party. After the party is the hotel lobby. After I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just the OnlyFans of it all for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, oh my God. It's just, no, because I sit around and look at these people and I'm just like, y'all niggas is wild. Y'all niggas wild, bro. I say, it's a wild boy. It's a wild boy. But hey, you know, gotta have something to believe in, I guess. Yeah, he was talking about the preamble for the freak off. After the show, it's the after party. And then after the party, it's the hotel lobby. And then after that, it's going to be 2C and Chris. And then, you know, after that, you know, saying you just going to be on that list. Yeah. Give it to me. That's what they said. They didn't even ask. Why they lying? Why they lying like they asked? You ain't had to ask. You was on that 2C. Yeah, give it to me. Y'all niggas is wild. Like, wow. You gotta laugh from crying. You gotta laugh from crying, I'm telling you. Oh, what about Kimura? Look, they wrote these lyrics. Salute. Some real life joker, the blue couch. No, for real. Like, it's the lyrics. They told it all. They've been telling on themselves for years. Truth is, prosecution, all they have to do is just go on Spotify and just download all the lyrics. They had everything right there. Right there. Them jurors could have stayed home. Case closed. Guilty. But you know, hey, gotta face reality. Man, it's wild. It's just wild. You know, this is my life. It's always in the lyrics. That's that special sauce. But it always trips me out when I hear people say wild stuff like, she's always bringing down good black men. Good where? Black, that wasn't their fault. They was born that way. But good where? Where's the good? I want to know. I want to know. Ooh. When you cold, jiggle man, do you get cold? I want to know, like, seriously, before you get to leaving on that midnight plane to Bali. Ooh, you'd rather live in Russell's world than in Guantanamo Bay in mine. Because that's where I want all y'all niggas to go. I want y'all to go to Gitmo. I do. I think every last one of you Shluminati bastards need time out. Really. All this running. All this hiding. It's funny. Y'all were a lot more brazen when things were going your way. Y'all were a lot more ballsy when things were going your way. Why ain't you got that same energy? No, you just want to keep cash apping people to do harm to people. And you really, really, really don't want to look at all of the pain you've left behind. Brittany, Whitney, Wendy, Johnny, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike, Bobby, Robbie, all of them. Justice for everybody. Yeah, that midnight flight, that midnight plane to Bali, sure enough. Baby gonna get right off the stage. And they gonna say they going to the next tour date. And then you gonna see them at brunch with Russell having lemongrass and getting ready for the children's petting zoo. Cause that's how them niggas roll, Jill. For real. Wheatgrass shots and children's petting zoos. Diddy trial. God's wrath. Nobody's safe. Except for those who live within the will of God. Nobody's safe. For those of you who don't know who Sophia Stewart is, let's cut through the crap and just get straight to it. Put a 3 in the chat if you've ever seen either movie, Terminator or The Matrix. Put a 4 in the chat if you have not heard about those franchises. For the action films, Terminator or Matrix. 3 in the chat if you have heard, 4 in the chat if you haven't. For those who put 4, the woman who wrote what I truly do believe is prophecy, known as action films, which some people would call sci-fi. God's science is not fictional. Yes, the writer. She is the brilliant vessel of God that wrote those incredible visions and put them into story, and they became major major motion pictures. For those who know, the Hollywood studios had taken her product, used it, and created. Yes, she is the Oracle. She is. And I'm proud to call her teacher. I'm so proud. Every time I get to talk with her and spend time with her, yes, they stole her work. And, well, they didn't really steal it. She owned it. But what they did is they stole the story, and she was able to take them to court, of course, and she won. She's a brilliant interpreter of law. You didn't know that, Lee? Yeah. That's a black woman. I remember before meeting her and getting to know her. And she won. She won. So having a teacher like that in your life who understands the law the way that she does, it's good for a student like me. Because whoever wants to try to sue me about some foolishness, well, rest assured, the countersuit will be legit and correct. Yeah, black women. Oh, she's a surefire genius. But the one thing that I love about being around her is that she always encourages me to trust my genius. Me and Sophia sat down recently, and the footage is in editing, and our little conversation, it will be available on the Jaguar Wright show. And we have some more interesting stuff coming over there as well. Well, that's the one thing that I love about Sophia. She always encourages me to acknowledge myself fully and to never play myself down. She always reminds me to be bold in what I know and to never allow what I know to be unknown because someone told me so. When the proof and the evidence is there, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. She was also in a documentary regarding some things, and she asked me to come and participate and be a part, so I'm really looking forward to everyone seeing that. It got real, and then I ended up spending the night and having a sleepover with Diddy's old massage therapist, who I met through Sophia. And, she was Diddy's massage therapist for 18 years. She was Justin Bieber's massage therapist. She worked with Mariah Carey. She even worked with Kurt Franklin. She worked with a lot of people. Love you. Chike Matara's brother. What's going on with Ray J? God is dealing with him for all the things that he has done. Yeah. Woo. That's the wild thing. We still think of Justin Bieber as a kid, but the truth is he's a full-grown man now. And all we see is the hurt little boy. That's how it works. So yeah, this is real. It's going down, period. It's going in. Like Mary J did with the Danny boy, allegedly, when he was underage. She should be at that table. You should have a seat at that table, Miss Mary J. Minaj. You should. Because I don't know what a 25, 26-year-old woman is doing sitting on the lap of a 15-year-old boy. And it had him running around like the Spinners or something. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. Like, you had Danny Boy running around like that. And don't nobody care about that Votto case. And it has just as much validity as the so-called Goofy McKnight stuff. It's just distraction. Oh, she used to be my girl. Oh, you broke that little boy heart. Guess you should have been playing with people your own age. August Alsina, all of it. Bryshere Gray, all of it. That RICO coming. RICO Suave. Yeah, the remix. Live from Cash Patel Money Records. Get more. Y'all not getting away. Nobody's gonna let you get away. God said so.
Mike for music recording. Delete my videos from your channel now. But anyways, thank you to those who have been telling me about what's going on with that. Yeah, my videos are still on this channel. Anyways, so Jaguar, I'm going to ruin Jaguar's reputation by saying the following. Number one, Jaguar Wright is hanging out with Sophia Stewart, who is also a fraud, just like Jaguar Wright. She's the woman who supposedly and allegedly wrote The Terminator and The Matrix, or at least the story that was adapted into those movies were allegedly stolen from her. Allegedly. Here's the problem. If you go and do a little tiny bit of research by just searching this, who won the lawsuit, you will see that Sophia Stewart, in fact, did not win her lawsuit. That is a lie. People keep spreading this ridiculous lie. Almost no one is telling the truth out there. I remember when I first heard about this mess, it might have been 10, 15, I don't know how many years ago now, because I used to pay attention to some of that conspiracy stuff because, if you pay close attention, there'll be like a bunch of nonsense. But if you look with like a magnifying glass, you'll find out that a tiny little bit of this here and that there will actually be true. But this is one of those things that's just a bunch of BS, and it's been debunked a long time ago. And my red flags went up as soon as she said that she won the case. I said, well, how come you don't hear about it anywhere? I said, that doesn't sound right. So I went and looked it up for myself, and she in fact lost. So if you hear Sophia Stewart or anybody else claiming that she won her case, please remind her she did not win. Okay? So the woman is full of shit, just like Jaguar Wright. For those that didn't know, yes, Sophia Stewart did not win her case at all. I promise you. If you don't believe me, go look it up for yourself. Make sure you click thumbs up, it's free. Subscribe is free. Choose all notifications, it's free. What's not free is sending me a donation or by clicking the channel membership button or an affiliate link and hooking me up with some money because you bought something or whatever, then yeah, I might get paid. But if you don't, that's fine. What isn't fine is Jaguar Wright. This woman is off her rocker. Oh, by the way, you people in the comment section, they keep saying these lies like people are paying me to say what I'm saying. Like you're like, oh, Jay-Z is paying you to say what you're saying or whoever. Oh, you want to talk about lawsuits? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there for now. And you might think because of who you work for that you can't be sued. But I digress. Here's the thing. Jaguar Wright is a self-sabotager. She's going to destroy a lot of people's lives, but not the way that she thinks she's going to. You see, all of the people that are involved with Jaguar Wright, all of the people and organizations, imagine the lawsuits that are going to come out of all of this. Because Jaguar is not the only person that's going to be sued. It's everybody that's helping her. And some of you might say, well, are you helping her by talking about her? That's not what I mean. I'm making these videos to tell you that she's full of shit. And you're a damn fool if you believe anything that comes out of her mouth. Like, for example, I'm talking about the Sophia Stewart thing right now. I'm telling you, you can go look it up. Sophia Stewart lied. Please tell me what lawsuit she won. All of y'all are internet detectives and shit like that. Well, why don't you go look up that case? And then you come back and tell me what the docket number is. I need to see it for myself. Because based off of my little bit of research, she did not win. That woman's not a damn oracle. She's not even an Urkel. Okay? But anyways, guys, listen, you can believe whatever you want on this internet. But this whole thing with Jaguar being obsessed with Beyonce, listen, I think allegedly, possibly, maybe Jaguar wishes that Jay-Z would have married her. And she wishes that she could have been in Beyonce's place. She has implied, I think she might have implied that she sings better than Beyonce, which is debatable. But she also said in so many words that she looks better than Beyonce. Do you know how incredibly delusional you have to be to say that this pick me, Jaguar Wright, when I say pick me, excuse me, pick and ninny, or is it pig me, or is it both? The point is this, for you to sit up there and say that this dermalage, isn't that what they call the women in the Black Panther movie? Are you telling me that this heifer that looks like she has a spear and a shield, it looks better than Queen Beyonce? Now, I'm not Beyonce's biggest fan, but to sit up there and try to act like Beyonce is not one of the most beautiful women and one of the most talented women, technically, that's ever existed, you're crazy. Beyonce is a goddess, and Jaguar Wright is one of the little things that the Orchid Man chases around. Here's the thing about Jaguar Bigums. What hit records does Jaguar have? If her career would have worked out the way that she wanted it to work out, even if she wasn't as big as Beyonce, if she would have had something like, how do I word this? If she would have done at least pretty good with her singing career, I don't think that she would be saying any of the crap that she's saying. I think that this woman is absolutely positively crazy. And the fact that she keeps mentioning people like Beyonce over and over and over again when Beyonce has done nothing to her, that lets me know what? That lets us all know something. It lets us know that she's jealous of her. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. You know, I had talked about this in the past and people got mad. I made a video about the City Girls. Young Miami and, Young Miami is Carisha, and JT, Just Terrible, Jatavia. I remember when black women got mad at me because I pronounced her name Jatavia. Like I was supposed to know that ghetto ass name was Jatavia. That's not even anyways. Like I said before, black women need to be banned from naming children. But here's the thing. Some of y'all think I'm playing. But here's the thing, right? So the City Girls, like I said, what the hell does Young Miami have in common with JT? And I said, Young Miami was dating Diddy the billionaire. Meanwhile, JT was with Little Uzi Vert, who appears to allegedly be a down low dude. Weirdo. And I'm like, wait a minute. What in the world did they have in common? You think that JT, Jatavia, could snag a billionaire looking like a... Let me chill before I get in trouble. Here's the thing. I posted their mugshots. Some of y'all might remember back in like 2019. I was the first one to bring up their mugshots. And I was like, look at Young Miami. Look how pretty she looks. And then look at JT. Look at what she looks like. She looks like JT. And now they're trying to push Doechii on us, but that's a whole nother topic. But I'm like, wait a minute. These two don't match up. Why are they friends at all? And I said, I think they're going to break up. I think that they're not going to be friends for long because it didn't make sense. I'm looking at what they both look like and what they're both capable of doing in life. Like they say that Young Miami's allegedly dating 50 Cent nowadays. And he's like a mogul, hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever, allegedly. I mean, it makes perfect sense because she's a really good looking woman and JT looks like JT. So the City Girls, JT and Young Miami, remind me of Beyonce and Jaguar Wright. Because Jaguar Wright is the type of unattractive woman who may try to befriend or get in circles with a woman like Beyonce. And this is what I've been telling y'all for years about this hashtag war on pretty. And I told you, and Mary J. Blige, she's cute. She's a nice looking lady. She's not as fine as Beyonce, but she does look, she's smashable, especially back in the day. In the real love days around then, when she was younger, Mary J. Blige, she kind of had it going on. But the thing about it is this. I was warning attractive women. You need to stay away from women that look like Jaguar Wright because they harbor envy and jealousy and whatnot, and they're here to destroy. That's why they look like that. And people got mad and they're saying, oh, you're a colorist, and it has nothing to do with being a colorist. Okay? How did y'all know I used to work for Disney where I used to do colors? Yes, I worked in the editing room at Disney. I was a colorist. No, but seriously, what are you fools talking about? Reality is reality. Now they have the whole exotical thing that's going on YouTube, the whole sector where all these mixed women are using their mixed girl magic and they're lighter the berry, the sweeter the juice, all these things that I came up with. They're basically forming Voltron against unattractive women. I warned you guys that one day Team Pretty was going to wake up. Have I not been telling y'all this for the last decade? I said, these pretty girls, I said, listen, if they decide to team up and start telling you women who are unattractive that you're unattractive, it's going to be game over for y'all. Y'all over here hating black men, being evil towards us and everything, and basically attacking the pretty girls. I said, y'all better hope that they don't wake up one day. I've been repping for the exotic chicks since forever. Then Exoticals United stole my shtick. You know what? Let me stop. Let me calm down. Team Pretty, you know what? She is better coming from her mouth than mine because, she's a leader of Team Pretty anyway. So shout out to Exoticals United. You have nothing to do with this video other than the fact that you're a dime. Okay. But you don't care about the male gaze, do you? Anyways, I gotta go, y'all. Make sure y'all click thumbs up, subscribe, and choose all notifications. What do y'all think about Exoticals United? For anybody who knows what she is. See, I can just mention the pretty girl's name at any point in any video. I can just tie it all in. But that's what Jaguar hating on Beyonce reminds me of. It reminds me of the City Girls, and it makes you think about the exotical sector of YouTube where they're talking about mixed girl magic and being Team Pretty and everything, and the things that they've had to go through thanks to chicks who look like Whoopi Goldberg and Jaguar Wright, JT, all the rest of these demons. They call them mean girls. No, these are demons. Anyways, make sure y'all click thumbs up, subscribe, and choose all notifications if you haven't already. Secret password to let me know you made it till the end of the video is, oh Lord, If you think that what Jaguar is saying in this video is the truth, say the truth. If you think that she's lying, say lies. If you don't know, say I don't know. If you don't care, say I don't care. If you don't care, why are you here? If you say I don't care, I'm going to cuss you out in the comment section. You shouldn't be here if you don't care. Okay? Make sure y'all click thumbs up, subscribe, and choose all notifications. Jaguar, take your medication. Woman, you are off your rocker. Those people that you're lying to, you're going to get a lot of people in a lot of legal trouble, Jaguar. Because you're over here lying to people. You got people getting investigated. All this money is being wasted. And it's just going to end up with you being in legal trouble, Jaguar. Because you're going to get arrested for basically misusing the system. All right, y'all, I got to go.